And now the starting lineup for your Pacific Tigers. In goal for the Tigers, number 20. Freshman from Alameda, number 20, Melissa Mom. A sophomore from Salt Lake City, number 5, Eliza Hard. A senior from Saugus, number 6, Nicole Hennig. A sophomore from UCSB, number 7, Alex Kustar.
And welcome everyone out there in W.TV land to Stockton, California and Knowles Field at the University of Pacific as your West Coast Conference's University of Pacific Tigers take on the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos from the Big West Conference. Just a quick rundown here before we get the game started. The Tigers come in with a record of 2-6, having a very rough stretch of games, having dropped 3 in a row. Just come off a 2-game road trip where they dropped games to Pac-12 national powerhouses, the Cal Golden Bears, and the number 10 nationally ranked University of Southern California Trojans by identical 3-0 scores. The Gauchos come into the game with a 4-3-2 record. Quick rundown of the schedule of the starting rosters here before we start. For UCSB in goal, number 1, Beth Ritter. Number 7, Angelisa Cortez. Number 8, Kelly McGrath. Number 9, Sarah Federer. Number 10, Indiana Mead. Number 13, Sydney Fuentes. 16, Kate Shoemaker. 17, Miranda Cornejo. 22, Savannah Francis. 25, Dakota Giggs. And 33, Chance Shorenstein. As the game is underway, you see Santa Barbara with possession first, but Tigers get it back to Alex Husar, their playmaker and star of the team. Trying to get the possession here for the Tigers. Tigers trying to control possession today with their formation. If you look out there, you're looking at a 2-2-4-2. So basically, Tigers true two defense players in defense. 2 wings that alternate between midfield and defense. 4 midfielders and 2 forwards. For the Tigers today. Really quick, while they set up for the free kick here by SB. or the corner kick by UCSB. UCSB earned a corner kick. Tigers starting lineup in goal. Melissa Ma has taken over as in goal. She started the last 2 games, came in halfway through the San Jose State game. UC Santa Barbara with the corner kick. They get a head on it, and they control it in the box, but Tiger defense able to get it out. UCSB corrals it. UCSB once again knocks it in the box. Players on side, and UCSB with the early goal. Early goal for UCSB. Goal was scored by, it appears to be number 17, Miranda Cornejo, with the goal, and the Gauchos get on the scoreboard first. It was a very beautiful cross to the into the penalty box area, and you had 2 unmarked Gaucho players. Anytime you have that, it's going to be easy pickings for a team like the Gauchos, who are a perennial contender in the Big West Conference. Come in, like I said, with a winning record 4-3-2, and Tigers find themselves in an early hole. Tigers trying to get back. Alex Hussar with the ball. Alex Hussar is fouled from the back, and it'll be free kick for the Tigers. Finish off the Tigers starting lineup. Hannah Terry is in for Lily Higashino, who was injured in warm-ups. She's not in the starting lineup today. Eliza Hard, number 5, Nicole Pennick, 6, Alex Hussar, their playmaker, number 7, Malaya Cabrera, number 14, Ebony Ejeezy, number 16, Carly Marietti, making her first home start of the season, number 17, Sashka Moscatello, 19, Maddie Long, also making her first home start of the season. She's used to coming off the bench, number 22, and Maya Jones, number 27. As we have not even 3 minutes into the game, and Tigers already find themselves in a hole, in a 1-0 hole to the Gauchos, who scored in a very easy lob into the penalty box. 2 unmarked Gauchos, and they were able to connect and convert fairly easy. And that's been one thing for the Tigers so far this year, falling behind early. When they fall behind early, you got to watch out, because in previous games, the wheels have just come off this team when they have fallen behind in the very early moments, and that unfortunately has happened here. Let's see if the Tigers can keep their composure and fight their way back into the game. Gauchos with the ball along the far side, and Tiger defense able to get it back. Sasha Moscatella, number 19, with the ball, trying to get it up, gets up Nicole Pennick. Nicole Pennick connects to Carly Marietti, but Marietti loses it to UC Santa Barbara. And looks like the Gauchos will be maintaining possession of the ball. And the Gauchos really able to string some passes together, and they get it off to the wing. Number 10 for the Gauchos, Indiana Mead, with the ball taken away by the Tigers, but Tigers really got to watch out. You saw the Gauchos just able to very easily get some passes together. It's going to be a long day if the Tigers let that happen. Eliza Hard bringing the ball up the near sideline for the Tigers. Eliza Hard takes it deep into Gaucho territory, tries to knock a cross in, but it goes out of bounds past the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Gauchos. Gauchos with the quick start. And Gauchos bringing the ball up, trying to connect way over to number 33, Chance Schornstein. Schornstein gets it back over to the far side, and it is knocked away to the Tigers. And Melissa Ma, their highly touted freshman from Alameda, California, came in halfway through the San Jose State game and has not relinquished the goal spot since. So she started the last 2 games in Cal and at Cal and at University of California. It's been a bit of trial by fire, having given up 3 goals in each game. But as they say, you don't learn by sitting on the bench, you learn by getting out there and playing, and that's what Coach Coleman seeks to be doing here in the non- by the Gauchos. This one from number 7, Angelisa Cortez, with the assist from number 33, Chance Shorenstein. Tigers attempting the offside trap, trying to catch the Gauchos in the offside trap. Gauchos just simply beat them. Waited for the ball, waited for the correct time to advance from the pass, and it was a 2-on-1 breakaway. And Melissa Ma just really did not stand a chance. At any time on defense, you're trying to perform an offside trap, especially that far up the field. They were nearly at midfield when they got caught trying to catch the Gauchos in the offside trap. You've got to be on top of your game. You got to make 100% sure that you are going to get them in the offside trap, because if not, what just happened. And a team like the Gauchos, they're going to pounce. They're going to catch you. They're going to pounce, and it is, with not even 6 minutes into the game, a 2-0 lead already for UC Santa Barbara. And it's going to be very key here to see if this young Tiger team can keep their composure and not give up any more goals. Already down 2-0. And a dangerous ball by Maddie Long. Hannah Terry, actually. Dangerous ball by Hannah Terry. Almost caught the Gaucho goalkeeper off her line. Barely was able to tip it over. It'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. And Maddie Long, number 22 for Tigers, will be taking the corner kick. Maddie Long with the corner kick, trying to connect with a fellow Tiger. Ball goes through without touching anyone. It'll be goal kick for the Gauchos. Gauchos off to quite the excellent start here already. 2-0 lead. Tigers giving up 2 early, and before we get into conference, second to last game. On the next Saturday, they'll be playing at UC Davis. But after that, it's into conference play in the West Coast Conference, which is one of the top women's soccer conferences in the nation. When you think of women's college soccer, you think Pac-12, ACC, SEC. The West Coast Conference ranks right up there, and the Tigers really got to get things nailed down if they're going to compete, or it's going to be a very long season for this young Tiger team. Sashka Moscatello with the ball. Gets it off to Nicole Pennick. Nicole Pennick on the far sideline. Gets it into Hannah Terry. Hannah Terry trying to connect with Alex Hussar, and she does. Alex Hussar to Carly Marietti. Tigers finally starting to connect some passes together. Very promising string of passes put together there by the Tigers. That's what Coach Coleman's looking for. And shot by Carly Marietti is from roughly, I want to say, about 25 yards. But that finally is an offside call for the Tigers. Finally able to conduct that offside trap, catch the Gauchos trying to cheat a little bit, and it'll be free kick by Hannah Terry for the Tigers. And with the free kick, Santa Barbara corrals it and has possession once again. One thing that definitely has to be a detriment here to the Tigers, Lily Higashino, who is just a workhorse for this Tiger team, especially in the midfield and on defense, got hurt. And Tigers with another shot on goal. This time, Sashka Moscatello. Actually, take that back. Carly Marietti, my apologies. Carly Marietti with the long-range shot, trying to catch the UC Santa Barbara goalkeeper off her line, and almost did. It took a diving one-handed save, leaping one-handed save from Beth Ritter to knock that over the crossbar. And corner kick is... It'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. Corner kick for Tigers. Ball was deflected out of bounds by the Gauchos. And Maddie Long will perform the corner kick here for the Tigers. Maddie Long gets the ball in again. And Tigers are going to see if they can corral it before it goes out of bounds. And they do. Eliza Hart trying to get it off to Carly Marietti. She does. Marietti to Hussar. Back to Marietti. Ball is loose in the penalty area. Beth Ritter leaps on it. Tiger offense starting to show signs of life, which is something they most definitely need here, down 2-0. 10 minutes passed already in this game, and this young Tiger team finds themselves in quite the hole. But for those of you who are Northern California soccer fans, of course, last night the Sac Republic FC found themselves in a 2-0 hole And what happens? They come back and they win 3-2. So definitely not impossible. But this young Tiger team needs to create some chances on offense like they have been here the past few minutes. Seems like they have settled down a little bit and finally getting their game going, the game that they want to get going, and that could be nothing but good news for the Tigers. It'll be a throw in for UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara with the ball in, trying to get the ball back in the penalty box, creating one of those similar chances that led to their 2 early goals, but the Tigers are able to knock it out. And Tigers trying to control possession, and UC Santa Barbara gets the ball back. Santa Barbara bringing up the midfield. Santa Barbara trying to connect, but it is Maya Jones with the takeaway off to Carly Marietti. Marietti back to Maya Jones. Maya Jones trying to connect with Maddie Long. Maddie Long, she leads Maddie Long on, but she is cut off by number 17, Miranda Cornejo for UC Santa Barbara. Another promising chance. UC Santa Barbara snuffs that one out. Tigers able to retain possession, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Throw for the Tigers, and UC Santa Barbara is able to control possession, and they're bringing the ball back up off onto the far side. Brings it back past the midfield, and Tigers are there to poke it away. Sasha Moscatel trying to get it, but it is taken by the Gauchos, trying to get a cross into the penalty box, but it is deflected out by the Tigers, and Tigers seeking to go on the offensive advantage. Alex Husar, as both teams battle for the ball back and forth. And UC Santa Barbara once again has possession here in the midfield. Has been able to impose their will once they get the ball into the midfield on the offensive side. And there's a cross in off of the crossbar. Melissa Ma, extremely lucky. That seemed to be, it appeared to be what looked like UC Santa Barbara was looking for a crossing pass. And Melissa Ma thought it was probably going past her line and over the goal line. Hits off the crossbar, comes down to UC Santa Barbara player. Melissa Ma is right there in perfect position to get that save. But that right there goes to show the freshman, relative youth freshman Melissa Ma, you got a ball that close, you got to go up there and grab it. It's got to be yours. And Melissa Ma does not do that. Almost results in goal number 3 for the Gauchos. The Tigers extremely lucky on that one. And it will be a throw-in for the Gauchos. And Gauchos are able to control. Gauchos bringing it up the midfield. Number 8 for the Gauchos, Kelly McGrath bringing it up. Connecting out to number 7, Angelisa Cortez. And it is a cross in. Tiger defender slips. And just like that, 3-0 Gauchos. Number 9, Sarah Federer with the goal. And what happened right there is saw the Gauchos bring the ball up. They cross it into the penalty box, and one of the Tiger defenders, I believe it was Ebony Ajizi, slipped trying to get to the ball, and that left Sarah Federer unmarked, as with the last two, and 3-0 Gauchos. And this is looking to turn into a long after for the Tigers. 15 minutes into the game, and they are down 3-0 to the Gauchos already. Coach Coleman cannot be pleased as the Gauchos are, as the Tigers are getting ready to make a substitution here, as they find themselves in a very, very deep hole. Alex Husar bringing it up for the Tigers, trying to get it up to Nicole Pennick. And you see Santa Barbara once again with control of the ball. And Santa Barbara on the loose yet again. Back to number 9, Sarah Feder, who scored the last goal. She has it on the far near sideline. Gets it off to her teammates. And you see Santa Barbara really controlling this game right now. This is really UC Santa Barbara's game, and I hate to say it as a proud Pacific alum, but the Tigers seem to be a little overmatched in this game versus UC Santa Barbara. And you have goal number 4 for the Gauchos. Goal is scored by number 8. Number 8 for the Gauchos. Kelly McGrath with the long-range shot goes off the woodwork and bounces in past the young freshman keeper Melissa Ma, and it is 4-0 Gauchos, and it has just turned into a turkey shoot here at Knowles Field. Tigers really having a hard time handling the Gauchos today. There's just no two ways about it. And Coach Coleman has got to do something. He just had a substitution in number 11, Rebecca Dodelli. But something needs to be done to calm down this young Tiger team because they're just giving up goals left and right. It is not definitely not a pretty sight. The Gauchos just having their way with the Tigers right now. Gauchos bring the ball back up the field. Offsides. Gauchos are caught offsides. And Maya Jones with the free kick. Gauchos once again able to corral it, and they will have possession. Gauchos so far have been maintaining most of the possession the entire game. There was a brief time of a little offense from the Tigers, but that was it. It was just concentrated in a few minutes, and other than that, it went right back to the to all Gauchos, and the 4-0 score pretty much dictates that. We have a Tiger down. It seems to be number 19 for the Tigers, Sashka Moscatello. Hopefully everything is okay. She is wearing the captain's armband today. Trainers are out to take a look at her. As we have a break in the action here. Clock is stopped. Moscatello is still down. Now Coach Coleman is out to take a look at her too. And now Moscatello seems to be responding. And we'll be right back after this break. Okay. Okay.
But and then also try to
Yeah.
and like try to not so I mean it's not
Yeah. Okay.
so
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean like
And welcome back after that short break. We are back here at Knowles Field, where Sashka Moscatello for the Tigers now being carried off by the trainers. Suffered an injury out there in the run of play. Hopefully everything is okay. I'm sure we'll get an update on her possibly later here in the game. Coming in for Tigers now, number 24, Julia Beck for the Tigers. The freshman midfielder from Granite Bay, California. So looking to see if the Tigers here can get a little momentum, get things going their way here. It is a tough scoreline, 4-0, but definitely a learning opportunity for the for this young Tiger team, and kind of a chance, especially when you're down 4-0, just just let everything go and just play play very loose. Play very loose. You got nothing here, and go out there and play the best of your abilities and have a good game from here on out. That's what the Tigers pretty much got to do, getting ready for conference play. And these non-conference games are a tune-up for that. So definitely got to keep that in mind when they're out there hustling as they try to get back in this game. Tigers with possession. Off to bring it up the side. Up to Alex Hussar. Alex Hussar trying to control possession of the ball. And UC Santa Barbara is able to get it back. Knocked out by their keeper. And they now start to bring it back up. And UC Santa Barbara starts to bring it back up the middle. Number 8 for Santa Barbara, Kelly McGrath, their creative midfielder, passes it off to number 9, Sarah Federer, who scored one of their goals. And Tigers are able to get a goal kick out of it, as it is knocked out of bounds, out past the goal line by UC Santa Barbara. And now coming in for the Tigers is number 8, Sandra Padilla. Sandra comes in for number 12, Hannah Terry. And one thing you'll find out about Sandra, she will by far be one of the quickest players out there on the field for the Tigers. Tigers hoping to use her speed to create some offensive momentum here for them. And ball is knocked out of bounds, and it'll be throw in for UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara would throw in number 11, Rebecca Dodell. And it'll be a throw in once again here for the Gauchos. Number 16 for the Gauchos will be throwing it in, Kate Shoemaker. And Carly Marietti with the steal. Carly Marietti trying to get to Rebecca Dodell on the near sideline. She does. Rebecca Dodell looking for the cross. Crosses it in, and it is easily grabbed up by the UC Santa Barbara keeper, Beth Ritter, who has been challenged a couple times today. She's had to make 2 or 3 very excellent saves, so the Tigers have had their offensive opportunities. Unfortunately, they have not been able to connect on any of them. That's the difference in the game right now, as Santa Barbara, if they've had an offensive opportunity, they have converted. That is a sign of a veteran contender, which is one thing UC Santa Barbara is, one year in, year out. So hopefully the Tigers can, take a lot and learn from today's game and get it ready for get themselves ready for conference play. Santa Barbara once again controlling possession of the ball. Ball is knocked out by Ebony Ajizi, and Gauchos get it back. And you're going to have a shot, and Melissa Ma is able to stop it. It was a shot on goal by number 9, Sarah Federer, and Melissa Ma able to stop it, and it'll be Tiger ball. Melissa Ma with the boot into the Gauchos side of the field. Maddie Long and unfortunately ball rolls past the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Gauchos. Beth Ritter here getting ready for the goal kick for the Gauchos. And Sandra Padilla to Alex Hussar. Hussar bringing it up. And Hussar trying to connect with Padilla. but the ball's knocked out by the Gauchos, and Tigers are able to get possession once again. And Tigers definitely showing no quit in them at all. Still coming at it, still trying hard on offense. And give that to the Tigers. They may be down 4-0, but definitely they are carrying a never say die attitude to it. And that was a knockoff of number 16 for the Gauchos, Kate Shoemaker. She's going to be feeling that one in the morning. Anytime you take a kicked soccer ball to the face, it is not a good day for you. Tigers retaining possession. Julia Beck trying to sneak one in, just inches over the top crossbar. And Tigers are getting some shots on goal. They are definitely trying to keep up and apply that offensive pressure. And down 4-0, that's one thing that you just cannot give up. You never know what might happen. You know, the Gauchos scored 4 goals in 15 minutes. Who's to say Tigers can't also? So by all means, Tigers still pressing, still trying to create some offensive momentum here, as we have just under 22 minutes left here in the half. And Maddie Long with the corner kick. Maddie Long corrals it, and Maddie Long will cross in. A little too hard of a touch on the ball there, and it will be goal kick for the Gauchos. Beth Ritter for the Gauchos getting ready for the goal kick here. And Ritter with the boot into the Pacific half of the field. Pacific is able to corral it. Sandra Padilla trying to connect with Alex Husar. Gauchos able to poke it away, and Gauchos are now back on offense. Get it up. Gauchos get up to Indiana Mead. Indiana Mead goes in, and their goal line. Before Indiana Mead is able to get a shot on goal, it'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. And corner kick by the Gauchos. And ball once again. The Gauchos were able to get a head on it, but Alex Husar clears the ball off the line with the header. Tigers looking to come back here on offense and battle for it there in the midfield. And Maddie Long now for the Tigers has control of it. Gets off to Sandra Padilla, but the Gauchos able to steal it right back, and back come the Gauchos. Number 33 for the Gauchos, Chance Schornstein. With the ball, gets it off to a teammate, and now comes back over to Kate Shoemaker. Kate Shoemaker with the ball into, and Julia Beck is able to get the ball away from Kate Shoemaker and thwart that offensive threat from the Gauchos. One thing for the Tigers, if they want to stay in this game, is definitely not allow any more offensive threats here for the Husar up the far wing, and there seemed to be a little bit of miscommunication as to who's going to get it, and it'll be by Beth Ritter, who despite you'd be surprised, despite the 4-0 score on the scoreboard, has had to work so far this afternoon. She has had to make quite a few excellent saves from some Pacific translate into goals. And you got to believe sooner or later in this game, one of those offensive opportunities, if not two, controlling. Gauchos number 9, Sarah Federer has the ball, getting it off to teammate Indiana Mead, who has been really working the wing here for the Gauchos. Very has proven true here today. She's been giving the Tigers fits, and will continue to do so most of this game, most likely. Gauchos controlling the ball. And Tigers able to get a head on it and corral some possession, but it goes right back to the Gauchos. And there you had the Gauchos trying to free Indiana Meade there. Gauchos controlling possession here. Gauchos bringing it up along the far side. And Gauchos getting ready for their first substitutions of the game here. As you see number 21, Jessica Fogel coming in, along with number 23, Samaya Adam. And Tigers able to trying to get some possession going on here. Maddie Long with the ball, back to Sandra Padilla. Padilla with a bit of a hard touch. Nicole Pennick able to get a foot on the ball and knocks it into Gaucho territory, but the Gauchos able to get it right back and coming right back up to the front. And Indiana Meade with the ball for the Gauchos. Indiana Meade trying to connect with the teammate. And Tigers able to corral possession, but they knock it right back to the Gauchos. Gauchos bringing it up along the far side. And Gauchos with the ball in the penalty box, but the Pacific defense able to track the ball down and end that offensive threat for the Gauchos. Pacific defense so far has been doing a lot better here in the last about 10, 15 or so minutes, really cracking down, not allowing those offensive opportunities by the Gauchos that were plentiful in the first 15 minutes of the game. So give credit to the Pacific defense. Seem to have self-corrected their mistakes and not allowing the Gauchos to get any more goals here this half. As we have the substitutions also coming in for the Gauchos will be number 23, Brittany McKinney from Woodlands Hill, California. And coming out for the Tigers is Carly Marietti and Maddie Long. Tigers with the throw in. Rebecca Dodell able to take the ball away from the Gauchos, get it up to Alex Hussar. Hussar to Samaya Adam. Samaya Adam trying to connect with Rebecca Dodell, and Adam is able to get the ball back, gets out to Rebecca Dodell. Rebecca Dodell with the cross in, and the Gauchos able to knock it up. And you had a pretty good opportunity there, just a miscommunication. It looked like Alex Hussar was ready to pounce and get the header in, but miscommunication with her and Samaya Adam as far as who's going to get the header. Samaya Adam steps in front and heads the ball past the goal line. It'll be a goal kick here for the Gauchos. And goal kick Gauchos, and Samaya Adam corrals the ball. Samaya Adam gets it off to Julia Beck. Julia Beck getting it up to Alex Hussar, back to Beck, over Jessica Fogel. Fogel off to Nicole Pennick. Nicole Pennick along the far sideline. Nicole Pennick looks to cross it in, and it is cleared out by the Gauchos. It'll be throw in for the Tigers. And it looks to be a throw-in. It happened near the corner flag with throw-in for the Tigers. Ball went off of UC Santa Barbara. And an attempted cross by Nicole Pennick, but it goes past the goal line behind the net, and it'll be goal kick for the Gauchos. And substitution, out comes Indiana Meade for the Gauchos, who really has just been doing work for the Gauchos along the wing. Her size and her speed is just a tough matchup for anybody. any player, I think, probably in Division One. Anytime you have a combination of size and speed, it's going to be a special player, and Indiana Meade has really been proving that here for the Gauchos. Another substitution for the Gauchos, as a guy coming in for UC Santa Barbara now, is number 3, Mackenzie Martinez, a sophomore out of Rancho Cucamonga, coming in for number 9, Sarah Feder, one of the Gaucho goal scorers. And Gaucho is able to still retain possession. Gaucho's bringing it up the near side. Kate Shoemaker trying to connect. Kate Shoemaker was trying to connect with Brittany McKinney, but ball rolls right to Melissa Ma. 10 minutes left here in the first half. Your score is 4-0. 4-0 the visiting UCSB Gauchos over your Pacific Tigers. Tigers in the home white with black sleeves. Gauchos in the blue and black outfits. Brittany McKinney with the ball. Brittany McKinney trying to beat Malaya Cabrera to the end line, and it is knocked out past the end line by the Tigers, and it'll be a goal kick, a corner kick for the Gauchos. Actually, throw in for the Gauchos. The ref ruled that it went out of bounds in the sideline, not past the goal line. Create possession and slowly build up and look for those passes and get those long balls into the penalty box. And as they attempt to do that here once again, but Pacific is able to thwart that one, and Melissa Ma with the goal kick. The ball off to Julia Beck, to Samaya Adam, off Jessica Fogel. Jessica Fogel trying to make something happen along the far sideline, but the Gauchos able to take it away. Gauchos bringing the ball back. Ball here in the midfield along the far side. And your ref's going to call a handball on that one. It was might have been incidental, but it was a handball nonetheless on the Gauchos. It'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Samaya Adam will be taking the free kick, trying to create an offensive opportunity, hopefully a goal here for the Tigers, give the Tigers a little bit of momentum. Tipped over, and telling you, even with the scoreline as it is now, Beth Ritter has had to earn her paycheck, proverbially speaking, this half. She's had to make several leaping one-handed saves off of Ritter for forcing it out. Ball is free in the penalty area, and it is knocked out by the Gauchos. Maya Jones with the header, trying to catch a teammate. Ball bounces back to Maya Jones, off to Sandra Padilla. Padilla bringing it up. Jessica Fogel with the ball. Jessica Fogel working the far sideline. Jessica Fogel with the ball. Hussar is taken out. Hussar is taken out. No foul called. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers, but Alex Hussar definitely taken out by the UC Santa Barbara defender there. And Smythe Adam with a shot of the Gauchos. Number 18 for UCSB. Zoe Purcell will come in for number 33, Chance Schornstein. And the Gauchos once again in the attack. And ball rolls past the Gauchos. As we wait to see here, Gauchos knock it into the penalty area, get a head on it, and it goes wide. Melissa waiting, taking her time, trying to get a clear path to get the ball into a two. Right back. Maya Jones trying to get to Rebecca Dodell. Little fight for the ball along the side, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Maya Jones with the throw-in. Maya Jones trying to connect with Alex Hussar. And it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Samaya Adam will be taking the free kick. Brittany Ritter kind of had a difficult read on that here as he had a little gust of wind pickup on a Tiger opportunity, and the Gauchos will retain possession. Gauchos bring the ball up. Ebony GZ twos, and back to Samaya Adam. Samaya Adam you could tell she was trying to get that ball into the penalty, and it'll be cleared out by Julia Beck and the Tigers. Tigers have been doing a much better job the second part of this first half. Hopefully I don't jinx them here in the last 2 minutes, but they're doing a much better job here second part of this first half, clamping down on defense, not allowing any more Gaucho goals, as that was a shot there taken by number 23, Brittany McKinney, that was high of the goal. We have a substitution here for the Gauchos. In comes number 13, Kayla Samargo, and she comes as controlling possession. And Gauchos trying to string together some passes. Tigers are pressing. And Gauchos able to retain possession, bringing the ball up the middle. And what you're seeing here most of this first half are the Gauchos working the ball up the middle box and finding a couple unmarked Gauchos. But Tiger defense, give them credit, has really clamped down here the last part of this first half, and has kept the scoreline 4-0. Kenny, but the Tigers are able to take the ball away and knock it back out to the Gauchos, and it's going to be a shot by number 4. Luckily for the Tigers, went high of the goal mouth. And as the seconds tick away here in the first half, you have a short messages from our commercial sponsors. And welcome back, everyone, to Knowles Field on the University Pacific campus here in Stockton, California, where the score started, and it is tied up 1-1 between the Tigers and Cal Poly. So, great job there by the Tiger men. Going in the second half, knotted up and one, looking for their first win of the season. Goal for the Tiger men was scored by Tyson Fox with an assist from Tristan Blackman. Here in our current game, like I said, UC Santa Barbara 4 and Pacific nothing. Goal scores so far for UC Santa Barbara. At the 1 minute 25 second mark, Miranda Cornejo, assisted by Kate Shoemaker. At the 5 minute 25 second mark, Angelisa Cortez, assisted by Indiana Mead. 14 minutes in, Sarah Federer from an assist of 4-0 as the Tigers get ready to get this game started. And you are looking at roughly, for the Tigers, the same starting five, except we have Ellie Papalexio is in for the Tigers. Starting in for the Tigers. Sashka Moscatello, of course, got hurt in the first half and was helped off the field. Also starting second half here for Tigers, Julia Beck, number 24. So those are the two changes in the starting lineup for your Tigers. Gauchos going with the same starting five that opened up the game. Minus two of their key players out right now for the Gauchos. Starting out the second half, Chance Schornstein and Kate Shoemaker are currently out here in the second half for the Gauchos. And so Tigers here looking to have a solid second half. Obviously the scoreline being what it is. Tigers still not giving up and looking to have a very solid second half, put some balls in the back of the net, and come away with some good momentum, hopefully, from today's game. Gauchos controlling the ball. Gauchos trying to cross it in. Ball is bounced off by the Tigers. It'll be a corner kick for the Gauchos. And getting ready to take the corner kick for the Gauchos is number 16, Kate Shoemaker. Shoemaker with the corner, and Tigers headed out of the penalty area. Indiana Mead brings it down for the Gauchos. Gauchos retain possession. And Gauchos looking to build on what they had in the first half here. Currently number 8 for the Gauchos, Sarah Kelly McGrath with the ball. Kelly McGrath knocks over to Savannah Francis. And Alex Hussar able to take it away for the Tigers, bringing it up, trying to create some possession. Hussar, Nicole Pennock. Nicole Pennock bringing it up the far side. Ellie Papalexio tells Nicole where she wants the ball, but the Gauchos are able to head it off at the pass. And Pennock with the header as both teams battle for the ball, and Papalexio comes out the ball back to Nicole Pennock for the Tigers. Pennock bringing the ball up the side. Pennock taking on two Gauchos, and it will be a throw-in for the Tigers. Pacific with the home whites, black sleeves. Gauchos in the blue and black. For those of you watching at home, Tigers are defending the south goal. Gauchos defending the north goal. Tigers on offense going from your right to your left. Gauchos going from the left to the right. Julia Beck brings the ball down. Gets it over to Maya Jones on the far wing. Maya Jones trying to kick with Maddie Long, but the ball is tipped away by the Tigers, by the Gauchos. And there's a race for the ball, and Ebony Ajeezy gets to it first, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Gauchos. One thing the Tigers were able to do very well in the second part of the first half, the last part of the first half, is just really clamp down on any goal-scoring opportunities for the Gauchos. Kept them scoreless over the final 20 minutes of the first half. As the ball is crossed in, and a shot on goal, and it is going to be knocked over the goal line by the Tigers. Blocked over the goal line by the Tigers. Will be a corner kick for the Gauchos. So Tigers really looking to build on not allowing any goals the last 20 minutes of the first half. Hoping to get a couple goals in the back of the net themselves. Looking for some positives from this game right now. And if you're looking for positives for the Tigers, they have had their opportunities. They have been testing Beth Ritter, the goalkeeper for the Gauchos, but Ritter, give her credit, has not allowed anything through. Made a couple of very nice sleeping one-handed saves, and that brings us to where we're at right now, which is 4-0 Gauchos. Another corner kick for the Gauchos. And the ball falls down to number 33 for the Gauchos, Chance Schornstein. And ball is knocked over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers and Melissa Ma. Battle in the midfield for the ball, and looks like the Gauchos will corral it, and they do. They play it back to Brittany Ritter. Ritter gets it up to Martinez, and is taken away by Tigers deep in the Gaucho end of the field. Carly Marietta to Maddie Long. Maddie Long trying to connect, and the ball is pushed out by Brittany Ritter. Ellie Papalexia with the ball in the penalty area, tries to connect with the teammate, and the Gauchos are able to clear the ball out. But that right there is pretty much what the Tigers are going to need and look for here in the second half. They're able to keep up the pressure, get a takeaway deep inside the Santa Barbara end of the field, and that just creates offense chances for the Tigers. Corner kick is cleared out by the Gauchos, and Gauchos look to go on offense again, and they do. 7-10 Indiana Mead. Indiana Mead trying to connect with the teammate, but Melissa Ma is right there to gobble it up. And Melissa Ma looking for a teammate. Gets off to Ellie Papalexio. Papalexio to connect. Looks like she was trying to connect with these. Knocked out by Ebony Ajeezy, and the ball is booted over the goal mouth. High shot by Kelly McGrath, and it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Melissa Ma with the goal kick. And Tigers controlling possession. Maddie Long currently has possession of the ball, battling along the far sideline. Maddie Long, Julia Beck. Julia Beck to Alex Hussar. Hussar to Carly Marietti. Marietti trying to connect with Maddie Long, using her speed along the far side. And Gaucho is able to close down on the ball. And the ball is kicked and booted out of bounds by Beth Ritter, and it'll be thrown for the Tigers. Throw in by Maya Jones, trying to connect with Alex Hussar, and Ellie Papalexio with the ball at her feet, but she gets closed in on by two UCSB defenders, and UCSB will once again get possession of the ball. UCSB on the attack, and we had a little gust of wind picked up the UCSB tent, temporarily threw it on the field there a little bit. Hopefully no one is worse for the wear. As play continues here, UCSB once again still on the attack. Cross into the box, and it is going to be a Pacific goal kick. batting it back and forth right now. No real possession by either team here. And Maddie Long boots up trying to connect Alex Hussar. And Tigers are applying the pressure. Beth Ritter out of her box, very far out of her box, able to knock it up to a teammate. And Gauchos bringing it up the near sideline, trying to get it to Indiana Mead, who's been a real creator here for the Gauchos so far today. And there is a foul on Sarah Federer, who has a brace for the Gauchos, scored 2 of their goals, and it'll be a free kick in Tiger territory for the Tigers. Ebony Ajizi with the free kick. Ellie Papalexia trying to connect with Kelly Marietti, but Gauchos once again able to step up, and shot put in by Carly Marietti. Beth Ritter able to easily get her hands on that. And the Gauchos once again on the attack. Indiana Mead. I've said her name early and often so far today. And Indiana Mead with the shot, and Melissa Ma is able to gobble it up and stop that offensive threat for the Tigers. Melissa Ma with the goal kick. And Kelly Marietti brings it down, controls it for the Tigers off to Maddie Long. Back up to Maya Jones, trying to connect with Marietti, but the Gauchos able to step in, and it's going to be offsides on the Gauchos. Indiana Jones was offsides there for the Gauchos. It'll be ball back to Pacific, free kick for Pacific. And Maya Jones boots it in, trying to connect Alex Hussar. Alex Hussar gets a head on it, but not much else. And back come the Gauchos. Indiana Mead with the ball along the far side. And Samia Adam able to take the ball away. Kelly Marietti knocks it in, trying to connect with Maddie Long. And Beth Ritter's right there to head off the pass. Ritter with the kick from her own goal. And Ellie Papalexio comes down. Ellie Papalexio really giving the Tigers a spark here in this second half. Carly Marietti with the ball. Marietti trying to connect with Maddie Long. Maddie Long using her speed, able to get to it. Maddie Long will look to cross and knocks it off of a UCSB defender. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. And we are going to have a substitution here. Jessica Fogel will be coming in for Ellie Papalexio.
Come on, guys, stay switched on. Hey, who's got the 17?
Maddie Long with the corner kick. Just barely over the head of Julia Beck. Julia Beck looked like she might have had a head on that, but just barely sailed over her head. Ball is knocked out of bounds by the Gauchos. Will be thrown for the Tigers. Maya Jones now with the ball. Maya Jones gets it off to Kelly Marietti. Trying to connect with Maddie Long. And the Gauchos are able to step up, and it'll be Gaucho ball. Gauchos just right now taking their time. No real sense of urgency here for the Gauchos being up 4-0. They're just looking to work on fundamentals and, get everything clicking for their conference season. Likewise, the Tigers really looking to have some good things happen here in the second half. Put some balls in the back of the net, play some good defense, and bring some good out of today's game. And UC Santa Barbara once again on the attack. Indiana Mead trying to get across it. Melissa Ma able to easily gobble that up. And we're going to have a substitution here for the Gauchos. Coming in, number 27, Genevieve Dremensk. Drements coming in. Genev, as she so rightfully corrects me, Genev Drements getting ready to come in for the Gauchos. Tigers with possession. Carly Marietti. Marietti trying to connect with Alex Hussar. Hussar with the back heel, but nobody is home, and Gauchos once again on the attack. Gauchos with possession, trying to bring the ball up, but give credit to the Tigers. They're not giving up. Jessica Fogel applying some pressure, forcing UCSB into a quick kick. Ebony Ajizi knocks it up, trying to connect with Samia Adam. And it comes back to Ebony Ajizi over to Jessica Fogel. Jessica Fogel trying to take on two Gaucho defenders and is not able to, and it falls right back to the Gauchos. And give credit to the Tigers, they still got a lot of fight in them. Here this second half, and they're really putting forth an effort. You have almost 16 minutes gone by here in the second half. And a goal score still 4-0 UC Santa Barbara. Nicole Pennick once again with the ball, trying to connect with a teammate, trying to get something going here for the Tigers. GC back to Pennick. Pennick misses the ball. It'll be a throw-in for the Gauchos. And as we get ready for the throw-in, for those of you who are American football fans out there, at halftime, the 49ers are leading the Cardinals 14-6. Shot on goal! Melissa Ma had it covered, went just a little wide, but a really, really good shot there. Put in on goal by number 22, Savannah Francis, for the Gauchos. Melissa Ma with the goal kick. And Samia Adam off Jessica Fogel. Fogel bringing the ball up the far side. And there's a collision of players, and ball will be deemed off of Pacific.
Great job, Kel. Chase, well done, guys. Let's keep the ball moving.
And UC Santa Barbara getting ready for another substitution here. As coming into the game for UC Santa Barbara, McKenna Kumer will be coming in for Indiana Meade. Throw in for the Tigers by Nicole Pennick.
Maybe a double. How about a double?
Pennick to Carly Marietti, tried to touch it over to Jessica Fogel, but UCSB able to step up there. Pennick once again, Pennick to Hussar. Hussar trying to corral the ball. Hussar has it on the near sideline, trying to get Jessica Fogel, and there will be no foul call there on the referee. Looked like Fogel might have been manhandled a little bit by the UCSB defender,
Stay right there, Chase. Kelsey, right there.
but no call by the ref. And chance on goal, and it falls in for the Gauchos. Number 7 for UC Santa Barbara, Angelisa Cortez, and that is actually going to be her second of the game. And that puts the score 5-0 UC Santa Barbara. It was just a breakaway there for the Gauchos. Melissa Ma came out to take her on, but was beat, and easy goal there for Santa Barbara. And so that puts Santa Barbara up 5-0. Tigers coming right back. And Maya Jones tips the ball out of bounds. Maya Jones knocks the ball out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for UCSB. Santa Barbara with the cross in. Melissa Moss steps up, able to gobble up the ball, and she'll boot it out of her own end. And Tigers able to corral the ball. Julia Beck trying to get it to Alex Hussar. But ball is taken away by UCSB. And UCSB really controlling pace of the play right now. With their short passes and building it up, what UCSB has been doing really good so far this game is just playing the ball up to the midfield. Then once they're on Pacific side of the field, get it off to the wings, lob the ball into the penalty area and try to get some chances from there. And with the 5-0 score line, they've been a little successful at that. Tigers, though, still playing hard, not giving up. Ball is crossed in by UCSB, brought down, and shot is way over the goal mouth. Shot there by number 25, Dakota Griggs. Dakota Griggs for UCSB with the shot. Small with the goal kick, off to Semia Adam. And Maddie Long tips it back to Maya Jones. Maya Jones to Julia Beck. And it'll be out on Pacific. It'll be thrown for the Gauchos. We have substitutions here on both teams. Coming in for the Gauchos is number 3 Mackenzie Martinez. Coming in for the Tigers, Sandra Padilla and Hannah Terry. Coming in for both Carly Marietti and Julia Beck. And Gauchos trying to get it back out on the wing. And you're going to have a goalkeeping substitution here for the Gauchos. Coming in to play goal for the Gauchos, Hannah Frog, a freshman goalkeeper from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She comes in for Beth Ritter, who, even with the 5-0 scoreline, has been busy so far this afternoon and has done a fairly good job for the Gauchos. So let's see if the Tigers can take advantage, and they do. Maddie Long with the first shot on goal. Maddie Long puts it in. Maddie Long puts it in. Tigers, goal Tigers. They put one in the back of the net. They see the goalkeeping change, to go right to it, right on the attack, and Maddie Long is able to put the ball in the back of the net with an excellent run. And finally the Tigers are able to break through, and it is now a 5-1 score line, still in UCSB's favor. But the Tiger team, Coach Coleman, have got to be happy with that development. They saw a new goalkeeper in. They knew they had to take advantage early on, and they went right on the attack, and they were able to score a quick goal. So definitely a positive development there for the Tigers. As you see Santa Barbara settling down and retaining possession. Getting ready to come in for Tigers right now, number 5, Eliza Hard. And Tigers get the ball back. Hannah Terry trying to get to Sandra Padilla. And Gauchos bringing it up the near side. A little bit of fancy footwork there by the Gauchos. And it is a cross to no one in particular.
Let's keep it simple, okay, Trey? Keep the game in front of you.
And Tigers are able to get control of the ball back. Throw in for the Gauchos. Gauchos once again controlling possession here in the Pacific half, as they have been doing most of the game, actually. You know, give them credit. It's a very veteran contender team, and definitely a lot from this team that this young Tiger team could learn from. And Eliza Hard will come in for Jessica Fogel. Throw in for the Gauchos. And you're going to have a shot on goal, off the crossbar, and put in. Off the crossbar and put in by the Gauchos. Goal by number 4. Number 4 for the Gauchos, McKenna Kumer. No. The first shot was by number 28. 28, and how that sequence went down, for those of you viewing at home, Christina Polini with the shot from the far side, and it bounced off the goal post and was able to be converted by number 4 McKenna Kumer, and really nothing Melissa Ma could do on that one. She saw the first shot coming in, took a chance to dive on it, went off the goalpost, and unmarked McKenna Kumer was there to tap it in. And it is 6-1 UC Santa Barbara. With just about 19 and a half minutes left here in the game from Knowles Field. Your Tigers, for those of you at home, the Pacific Tigers down 6-1. Tigers' lone goal has come from Maddie Long here in the scored in the second half. 2 goals by the Gauchos in the second half. Gauchos just a very, like I said, veteran contender team. They contend year in, year out in the Big West, and they're really showing why. They are really showing why here today. And you just hope here that the Tigers are able to take the lessons from today, what they did right, what they did wrong, and the Tigers have done quite a few things right. They've created a lot of chances on the goal, especially in the first half. Give the Gaucho starting goalkeeper Beth Ritter a lot of credit. She had to make quite a few saves in the first half, and this scoreline would be a lot closer than it is right now. So the game is actually closer than the scoreline indicates, and you have to give the Tigers some credit and give the UCSB starting goalkeeper Beth Ritter credit on both ends for that. As the Gauchos retain possession, Gauchos bringing the ball up, and trying to make a connection along the far wing, but it'll roll past the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for the Tigers. Melissa Ma with the goal kick. And it goes right back to Melissa Ma with Hannah Terry. The Gauchos are able to step up. And battle for it here in the midfield. Mela Cabrera gets a head on it. And it will be throw in for the Gauchos. Throw in. Zoe Purcell will be coming in. Tigers on the attack. Santa Perdie off to Alex Hussar. Hussar up to Eliza Hard. And actually it was Hussar. Take that back. Hussar was trying to connect with Cheyenne Somers. And Gauchos able to retain possession of the ball. Gauchos once again come in the attack. Gauchos just have been really excellent today so far in their possession game, just being able to pass back and forth and really building up the attack from their short passing possession game. So definitely give the Gauchos credit as far as their ability to retain possession and connect on passes. Tigers have had flashes of connecting on passes at times today, but not on a consistent basis as the Gauchos have. Coming in, Rebecca Dodell is coming in for number 6, Nicole Pennick. And coming out for the Gauchos, 2 of their stalwarts, number 33, Chance Schornstein, and number 16, Kate Shoemaker. Gauchos with possession, bringing up the midfield, now off to the far side. Gauchos coming up. Gauchos trying to cross it into the box, and Melissa Ma is out there to gobble it up. And Ma with the boot. Trying to connect with the teammate, Hannah Terry. Hannah Terry with the header, trying to connect with Sandra Padilla, but the Gauchos are able to step out in front. And it'll be a corner kick for the Gauchos. Or a throw-in. Throw-in for UCSB. And cross into the penalty box. Melissa Ma is there to step up in front and take the cross away and start the offense going here for the Tigers. Gauchos bringing the ball up in possession. And Alex Hussar with the breakaway. Alex Hussar trying to fend off not one but 2 Gaucho defenders. Alex Hussar in the penalty box trying to connect with Rebecca Dodell. And it'll be tipped out past the goal line by Rebecca Dodell. She was taken down, but no call by the referee. And it'll be a goal kick for the Mustangs, for the Gauchos. My apologies. Goal kick for UCSB. And Tigers once again with possession. Carly Marietti to Alex Hussar. Off to Rebecca Dodell. Rebecca Dodell just outside the penalty area, tries to cross it in, and it is going to be knocked past the goal line and corner kick for the Tigers. And for those of you some good news from San Luis Obispo, with 11 minutes 26 seconds left in the game, the Pacific men's soccer team, looking for their first win of the season, have taken now a 2-1 lead over Cal Poly. So Pacific with the lead, looking for their first victory, regular season victory as a Division I school, and they have taken the 2-1 lead, so we will definitely keep you up to date on that action. Definitely some good news for Tiger fans out there who are currently tuning in right now. Back here in Stockton, the just a little over 12 minutes left. UC Santa Barbara up 6-1 over the Tigers. And Tigers still pressing. Give the Tigers credit. Many teams could have given up by now, but not the Tigers. They're still pressing, still fighting hard. Still looking to create chances and hopefully put another goal or 2 in the back of the net. And we have a stop and play here. There's a Tiger who are on her knees. It looks like it was Sandra Padilla, but she is now up and moving about the cabin. And the referee will give a throw in to UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara with the throw in. And Alex Hussar is able to get possession of it. Hussar trying to kick with Matty Long, but the Gauchos able to step in and thwart that offensive possession as well. Gaucho defense has just really been stout all day, except for that one breakaway goal by Matty Long on the brand spanking new goalkeeper. And Rebecca Dodell with the ball. Back to Alex Hussar, back to Carly Marietti. Marietti with a clear shot, and it's going to be wide. But other than the breakaway on the new goalkeeper for the Gauchos here in the second half, really stout UCSB defense. Been doing a real good job on defense, and any time the Tigers look like they might even have an opening, the UCSB defense is there to just step in and thwart it. And the Tigers with possession again. Sandra Padilla. Sandra Padilla trying to get it up to Matty Long. And Gauchos able to get the ball right back. Gauchos bring the ball up the near sideline. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second half. And Tigers with possession. Sandra Padilla to Samia Adam. Trying to connect Alex Hussar, and UC Santa Barbara able to take possession of the ball back. And Carly Marietti with the interception as both players tussle on the ground for it, and it's going to be deemed free kick for the Gauchos. Gauchos still in the attack. And Eliza Hard able to come away with the ball. Eliza Hard bringing it up, looking for a teammate. Eliza Hard to Rebecca Dodell. And right to Alex Hussar, who gets unfortunately smacked with the ball right in the midsection. And but Tigers are able to retain possession. Santa Padilla to Alex Hussar. Alex Hussar off to Samia Adam. Samia trying to get it off to Rebecca Dodell. Rebecca Dodell with the cross. We have substitution for the Tigers coming in. Julia Beck coming in for number 8, Sandra Padilla. And keeping you guys up to date on the Pacific men's game happening down in San Luis Obispo with 8.5 minutes left. Tigers still up 2-1. Tigers 8.5 minutes away from their first victory as a Division I program in their return to men's Division I soccer here this year in the West Coast Conference for the University of the Pacific. So we'll definitely keep you up to date on that. Promising result so far down in San Luis Obispo. Santa Barbara really just been controlling possession, great defense, great offense, and just really been able to controlling their style of play so far today. Tigers have had, they've had their chances. They had quite a few chances in the first half. Were able to get a goal back here in the second half. Santa Barbara, like I've said, definitely a contender year in year out, not only in our conference but also nationally. They have played some tough teams so far this year. Played Stanford tough, played Loyola Marymount tough, and they would be a very tough opponent in the West Coast Conference. They could handle themselves all well in the West Coast Conference. So that being said, definitely a good test here for the Tigers to let them know where they stand and basically what they need to work on. And that is what non-conference play is for. And it's Ellie Papalexio coming in for Rebecca Dodell. Gauchos again on the attack. Marietti, but to no avail. And you see Santa Barbara able to get possession back of the ball, and it is touched over the goal line by UC Santa Barbara player to be a goal kick for the Tigers. Keeping you updated on how the men's soccer team is doing down in San Luis Obispo with 5 minutes 49 seconds left. Pacific is up 2-1 still, so definitely looking good for the Tigers down there, trying to come away with their first result as a Division I program. So definitely for all you Pacific Tiger soccer fans out there, both men's and women's, definitely some good news coming from San Luis Obispo today for the Tiger men. Back here we have 4:46 left in the game. Pacific looking to close the game out, hopefully put another ball back in the back of the net, come away with something positive from this game. And Santa Barbara once again controlling possession. And it'll be offsides on the Gauchos. Offsides on the Gauchos. Number 2 for UCSB. Morgan Idso was offsides, and it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Up to Maddie Long. Maddie Long loses possession of it, goes back to, gets hit back and forth, and Ellie Papalexio finally comes down with it. Papalexio to Marietti. Marietti over to Long. Long trying to connect with Alex Hussar along the far wing. And Alex Hussar looking to find a teammate. She does. Maddie Long with the shot. And shot is far wide of the goal. And now coming in for the Tigers, Cheyenne Somers coming in for Alex Hussar. Hussar coming out for the first time in this game. With 3 minutes 30 seconds left. Very tired Alex Hussar coming out. Definitely gave her all out there today. And you know, the tough thing for Alex so far this season, and probably for most of the year, is that everyone knows that she is the focal point of this offense. Everyone knows the offense runs through Alex Hussar. And they're going to be keying in on her, and she's going to have a tough time each and every game. Opponents being physical, keying in on her, not letting her get possession of the ball, and it's just something Alex will have to hopefully learn to work through. She definitely is an excellent player, definitely the star of the Tiger team. And so it's just a matter of getting used to the fact that game in, game out, they're going to be looking for you. They're going to be eyeing you, and you're going to be a marked person for pretty much all that game while you're in there. Tigers with possession of the ball, trying to get a ball into the penalty box, skips across the penalty area, back to the Gauchos. Maya Jones for the Tigers puts it up into Gaucho territory. Gaucho's able to get it back and come back on the attack. Gauchos with the ball along the far sideline. And Gauchos looking to get across into the penalty box. They do, but it is easily snatched up by Melissa Ma, and it'll be a goal kick, or not a goal kick, but Melissa Ma will boot it out of the goalie box. Tigers looking to string some passes together. Liza Hard does her best to keep the ball inbounds, and Ebony Ajizi knocks up, trying to connect with Ellie Papalexio. Marietti back to Eliza Hard, to Cheyenne Summers, and the Gauchos are able to get possession of the ball right back. Gauchos with possession as they pretty much just seek to run the clock out here with minute 20 left. Gauchos coming in the penalty box, trying to make another chance, and it is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers, and goal kick for the Gauchos. Past the end line by the Tigers. And Tiger fans, good news from San Luis Obispo. The game down there is over. your Pacific Tigers come away with a 2-1 victory. The Pacific men's soccer team with a 2-1 win. Their first varsity win in 29 years, to be exact, over Cal Poly. They're able to get the big 2-1 win in Cal Poly SLO over the Cal Poly Mustangs as the seconds tick off the clock here. And that is the game, folks, as from Knowles Field on the University of the Pacific campus, the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos 6, Pacific Tigers 1, Pacific Tigers goal scored by Maddie Long, and your Tigers are next in action at UC Davis next Saturday. And for those of you who are viewing at home and in the Stockton area, by all means, the next Tiger home game will be on October the 10th versus Loyola Marymount here at Knowles Field, as the Tigers now hit the road for a 3-game road trip after Davis. They are at Portland and at Gonzaga. And also, please keep in mind that next Saturday, the 27th, will be the Pacific Tiger men's soccer team very first home game, regular season home game of the season. They will definitely be on a high coming off the win over Cal Poly SLO. Game time here starts at 7 o'clock. So for all of us here at the University of the Pacific and the WTV, my name is Lee Nevis. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, final score, UCSB 6, Pacific 1. Have a great afternoon and good week.